Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good, boss, and yourself?
On July 6, 2021, police officers in Anne Arundel County, Maryland, were called to a quiet residential home in Curtis Bay. What they discovered inside would become one of the most disturbing child homicide cases in recent Maryland history. Hidden within the walls of a bedroom was the body of a 15-year-old boy. His name was Dawson Jones, known to family and friends as DJ. The man responsible, according to prosecutor, was Eric Glenn Banks Jr., DJ's stepfather and a Baltimore City police officer. This case would expose a pattern of domestic violence, ignored warnings, manipulation, and a fatal abuse of authority, ending with a child dead inside his own home.
Stop unbuckling. What do you do?
my life away, though.
I don't care. Stop. What do you do?
Who is this person?
Dad.
And then he also told me that Daddy made him and Tristan go in the bathroom and cover their eyes.
Strangle? I don't know.
Eric Glenn Banks Jr. was a sworn officer with the Baltimore City Police Department. By the time of DJ's death, Banks was already suspended from duty. His suspension stemmed from internal disciplinary issues, though details of those matters were not directly tied to DJ's homicide. What would later become clear is that Banks had a documented history of aggressive behavior, domestic conflict control issues inside the home. Despite his law enforcement background, or perhaps because of it, Banks maintained dominance within the household.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good, boss, and yourself?
I'm doing good. At a Porter one. I'm out with him. What's going on today, man?
You're supposed to be serving peace protective order.
Supposed to be serving it on you or on...
Both of us.
Okay.
The judge just ordered us to stay away from each other.
Okay.
Sit down, buddy. Sit
Do
down.
you all have some sort of like court order agreement on custody or something?
My oldest, I know he ran out the back door somewhere. All his stuff out the back door.
He ran out?
What's going on, boss? I know you get
DJ.
I know you're getting tired of seeing us.
Where's DJ?
She called him and he went out the back door.
He's not here.
No. You want to come in?
Just let you know you're being audio.
Oh, hey, I know. I see I got the body cam.
Yeah.
She said he was like,
Do you have a phone?
huh? I took my phones back.
Okay.
Yeah. So all the phones are on my plan. Separating everything.
And you have no idea where if you just let a 15-year-old walk out of your house with all his bags packed.
No, his bag's at the back door. I literally told him, wait for your mom to get here. The police supposed to come here to serve her a peace protective order. The judge told her to call you guys before she comes to. I'm not trying to get in trouble.
I understand.
In the weeks leading up to July 2021, Latrice Banks took steps to protect herself and her children. She filed for protective orders against her husband. In court filings, Latrice stated that she feared Eric Banks Jr. She described escalating threats and violence. At one point, Banks allegedly told her, "If I can't have you, nobody will." The court granted temporary protective orders, forcing Banks to leave the home. However, despite these orders, contact between Banks and the household did not completely stop. Critically, DJ was still allowed to remain in the home, and Banks retained access. This would prove fatal.
No phone or anything.
You can check the ADT. It shows when he ran out the
I
door.
believe you, but I mean,
I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna do that.
listen, man, it's a 15-year-old boy. Having a phone probably would have been, if he's walking out of the house, probably would have been a good idea to leave him with it. You can work out those kinks later.
But see, this is the thing.
This is getting messy, man.
Yeah, I tried to tell him. I said, sit here, wait for your mom to get here. I went upstairs. Before I could come downstairs, he's already going out the back door. So I guess she coordinated, because she's somewhere in the area, I'm presuming.
Yeah.
So she pretty much coordinated with him to come out there.
Okay. All right, hang tight.
All right.
All right.
In early July 2021, communication with DJ suddenly stopped. Friends and relatives noticed that DJ wasn't answering calls or messages. He missed expected activities. His phone went silent. Latrice, who was not staying full-time at the house at that point, grew alarmed. When she attempted to check on her son, she was unable to reach him. Her concern escalated into fear. On July 6, 2021, Latrice contacted law enforcement and requested a welfare check. Officers arrived at the Curtis Bay home and encountered Eric Banks Jr. Banks told officers that DJ was not inside the house. He did not know where the boy was. DJ had supposedly left earlier. However, officers quickly noted inconsistencies. They requested permission to search the residence. Banks consented, a decision prosecutors later argued he believed he could control. During the search, officers noticed a strange modification in a bedroom wall. There was a cutout opening, concealed and reinforced. Banks claimed it was a gun safe, but officers were suspicious. When they investigated further, they made a horrifying discovery. Inside the wall cavity, in what amounted to a makeshift hiding space, they found the body of Dawson Jones. DJ was deceased. His body had been deliberately concealed. The home instantly became a homicide scene. The Office of the Medical Examiner ruled DJ's death a homicide. The cause, asphyxiation. Prosecutors later stated that the evidence indicated physical abuse leading to suffocation. The exact mechanics were not publicly detailed in full, but the conclusion was clear. DJ did not die accidentally. He was killed.
It might dim on you. You need 2 batteries.
What's up? 95. 95. All right. What's up, bro? 95.
Once DJ's body was discovered, Eric Banks Jr.'s behavior became erratic. According to police reports, Banks attempted to interfere with officers. He resisted arrest. He tried to grab an officer's weapon. At one point, he reportedly said, "My life is over." Banks was subdued and taken into custody. The image of a police officer attempting to disarm fellow officers at a child homicide scene shocked even seasoned investigators.
Attempt to get away.
I just threw my life away.
Just stop. What are you doing?
I just threw my life away, bro.
Will you stop?
Okay.
Stop unbuckling.
I
What are
just
you
threw
doing?
my life away, though.
I don't care. Hey, listen. Stop.
Just choke.
Stop. What are you doing?
Just choke me.
Choke. Get back in the car.
Just choke me. Just choke me. Just choke me.
Adam 4. Look, to Adam 1. Can you come back out here, please? Hey, get out of our gun.
Look, just choke me.
Stop.
Get in the car, motherfucker. Get in the car. Come in here. Turn him out. Turn him out. Turn him out. Turn him out. On the ground.
Correct. Okay. 4448.
3 times, you're out.
Stop.
I can't stop.
Yes, you can.
It's on my wrist. And my hands going numb.
Are you on your side? You gonna stop?
Yeah. My hands going numb.
All right. Turn them on. Stop. But hold on.
I told you, you broke it. It's numb.
All right. Stay where you're at. Stay here.
I am staying here, but I told you, you broke it.
All right, I'm moving your legs. All right. Take a deep breath. I am. All right, listen. Your weight going around last gonna make it worse.
I know.
All right.
But I want you
We're
to
done.
get up.
We're done here.
I want you to not that.
We're gonna take you to the hospital.
All right.
All right. Well, let's just not wrestle anymore. It's just hot as shit today.
I know.
You sweating? I'm sweating. Can we be done?
I want to be no, bro. Like,
All right. Well, let's go to the hospital and talk about it. We don't need to wrestle on the ground. Is that helping anything?
no, it's not.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Prosecutors charged Eric Banks Jr. with multiple serious offenses, including first-degree murder, second-degree murder, child abuse resulting in death, attempting to disarm a police officer, resisting arrest. The case drew immediate public attention due to the brutality of the crime, the concealment of the body, Banks' status as a law enforcement officer.
So, you know why we're here. We want to talk about what happened, why it happened, and anything surrounding that whole situation. But you know as well as all of us that we have to go through Miranda with you. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to go through Miranda first of all, and then I'll start getting all the other information, okay?
Okay. We go back in we about to go in the building, like, you're in front. She's like, but I thought you said you like, some people were made, to do certain things, and they said, I'm not made to be a front person. Yeah, but so I'm running the block then, and I remember so I was like, hey, whoever that officer is right there running, just keep going, because you're about to run right into him. And out of nowhere, these 2 guys just come out, pop out, and I'm like, okay, I got him. And they just fall over, and and he was like, yeah, whoever that was running, you was moving, and you just ran, and just like, he was like, don't.
So you spent 3 years. And you're still active in the...
Latrice Banks was not charged in connection with DJ's death. Investigators determined that she had attempted to distance herself from Eric Banks Jr. She had filed protective orders. She was the one who initiated the welfare check. In court statements, Latrice expressed deep remorse and grief. She stated that she believed her son would be safe. That belief was tragically wrong. The case moved slowly through the court system. Prosecutors prepared to present physical evidence from the home medical examiner, findings, witness testimony, Banks' own statements and actions. Facing overwhelming evidence, Banks eventually chose not to go to trial. In October 2022, Eric Banks Jr. entered an Alford plea. An Alford plea means the defendant does not admit guilt, but acknowledges that the prosecution's evidence is sufficient to convict. Banks pleaded to second-degree murder, attempting to disarm a police officer, This allowed him to avoid a full trial while still accepting punishment. In 2023, a judge sentenced Eric Banks Jr. to 42 years in prison. The sentence reflected the severity of the crime, the victim's age, the abuse of trust, Banks' position as a police officer. The courtroom was filled with emotion. DJ's family spoke about the life that was taken. Dasan Jones was buried, but his case left lasting damage. The case raised questions about domestic violence, reporting protective orders, and enforcement, child welfare in blended families. Police accountability community members questioned how warning signs were missed. For Latrice Banks, the loss was permanent. For DJ, the future was stolen. Dasan, DJ Jones did not die because no one cared. He died because abuse was hidden, authority went unchecked. A child was left vulnerable to the very person meant to protect him. His death stands as a reminder that violence inside the home is often invisible. Titles do not equal safety, and silence can be deadly. It was a failure, one with irreversible consequences.